I stood frozen on my porch, staring at the neon orange notice in my hand, reading it 3 times to make sure I wasn't hallucinating. Mandatory. All garage doors must remain open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Daily, effective immediately. Non-compliance, $200 daily fine. My hands trembled with a mix of disbelief and rage as I stormed inside, slamming the paper onto my kitchen counter. 5 years in Maple Grove, and the HOA had pulled some ridiculous moves, fining people for untrimmed hedges or unapproved mailbox colors. But this was lunacy. The phone rang, snapping me out of my daze. It was Lisa, my neighbor across the street, her voice tight with frustration. "Did you get that notice?" she asked. "Just now," I replied, pacing. "This can't be legal. Tom's losing it. His tools are worth thousands." She sighed heavily. "Vivian Caldwell has finally gone off the deep end." Vivian, our HOA president, a sharp brunette bob, a perpetual scowl, and a clipboard she wielded like a scepter, had once fined Old Man Peters for non-regulation, teal wind chimes, and sent the Carter family a dozen warnings for a trash can left out 10 minutes too long. I peeked through my blinds. Neighbors were already clustering in driveways, waving their notices, voices rising in heated debate. Then I saw her, Vivian, strutting from house to house, that smug grin plastered on her face, clipboard tucked under her arm like a weapon. 20 minutes later, my doorbell chimed. I opened it to find Vivian, tapping her polished shoe impatiently. "Good afternoon," she said, her practiced smile as cold as her eyes. "Just ensuring you received today's garage door policy notice." "I did," I said, keeping my tone even. "I've got security concerns. Leaving garages open all day invites trouble." Her smile twitched. "The board voted unanimously after discovering illegal rental units in 3 garages. This ensures zoning compliance. So everyone pays because a few broke rules?" I pressed. "Rules exist for a reason," she snapped. "Open your garage by 8 a.m. tomorrow, or the fines kick in." She spun on her heel and marched off to the next house, leaving me fuming. I grabbed my phone and dialed my brother-in-law, Mike, the police chief. "This is practically begging for theft," he said after I explained. "That's a massive liability for the HOA. Can they force this?" "HOAs have power," he said, "but not to create unsafe conditions. Send me that notice." That evening, I watched neighbors reluctantly clear their garages, bikes, tools, and lawn gear hauled inside or draped with tarps. Some rigged up cheap security cameras, their faces etched with worry. Tom, a retired judge from down the block, knocked at sunset, his white eyebrows furrowed over a stack of HOA bylaws. "This rule's illegal," he said. "Security changes need a 2/3 community vote. They didn't do it. It's unenforceable in theory, but fighting Vivian means legal fees most can't swing." I barely slept, my mind racing with images of exposed garages and Vivian's smug face. At 7:55 a.m., I peeked out, doors creaked open neighborhood-wide, revealing family treasures to any passerby. Mine stayed shut. By 8:15, Vivian rolled up with Greg, a nervous committee member who wouldn't meet my eyes. "You're in violation," she announced, scribbling dramatically. "I'm protecting my property," I shot back. "Bylaws require a vote for this." Her eyes narrowed to slits. "Emergency board meeting, decisions final. Then I'll need minutes and voting records." "Next month," she hissed. "Fine start today." As they left, a gray van crawled by, the driver eyeing open garages. Chills ran down my spine. By noon, social media was ablaze. A Shut the Doors group hit 50 members fast. My post about the van got shared dozens of times. That night, Lisa, Tom, and a handful of neighbors crammed into my living room, forming a garage door committee. "Why now?" Lisa, a paralegal with a keen eye, asked. Tom flipped through old HOA financials I'd requested months back. Landscaping costs tripled, $45,000 to Caldwell Solutions, her husband's company. "Confirmed," Tom said. "Something's fishy." The doorbell interrupted. Greg, sweating, glanced over his shoulder. "It's not about rentals," he whispered. "Vivian's brother-in-law owns Safeguard Tech. They're scouting homes for a security system pitch next month. My jaw dropped. That's corrupt. I've said too much, he mumbled, darting off. Next morning, a $200 fine was taped to my mailbox. 6 other homes kept doors shut too. I called Mike. She's profiting off this, I said. I'll swing by, he replied. Outside, Vivian blocked Mr. Carter from closing his garage, yelling, "Rules are rules." "My tools are in there," he protested. She shrugged. I recorded it, hands shaking. This was war. That afternoon, the Wilsons, who'd complied, came home to a looted garage, tools, bikes gone. Cops took statements as neighbors gathered. Vivian appeared, tight-lipped. "This isn't the policy's fault," she insisted. "Theft happens. Not when we can lock up," I countered. She pointed at me. "Your fine's doubled for stirring trouble." Mike texted, "Dug up dirt on Caldwell Solutions. Meet me, 9 a.m. The Wilsons' break-in sparked fury. 3 more thefts followed. Mike arrived in uniform, badge gleaming. We hit the HOA office. Vivian sat smugly until she saw me with him. "Chief Davis," he said, "investigating thefts tied to your policy." "HOA matters," she snapped. "You're liable," he said. 4 break-ins in 48 hours isn't coincidence. Her assistant, Tina, brought files. Financials showing $50,000 to Caldwell Solutions and Safeguard Tech, same address. "Interesting," I said. Vivian covered them. Out. First, Mike handed her a policy suspension order, pending investigation. Tina dropped Safeguard brochures. Coming soon. Vivian trembled. That night, 70 residents packed a library meeting. Tom proved the policy's illegality. The Wilsons shared their loss. I hinted at financial ties. We demanded an audit and election. Next day, Greg warned, "Vivian's rushing fines and leans on you. Retaliation." Mike, Tom, and I planned. Carrie, Mike's reporter friend, ambushed Vivian outside my house with a camera. HOA overreach story. Comment on thefts and $70,000 to family firms. No comment. Vivian bolted. The news aired. Public outrage surged. A USB arrived. Boardroom footage of Vivian, her husband, Ron, and brother-in-law plotting. "Open garages create demand for our systems." I sent it to Mike. She offered a bribe next day. "No fees, patio approval. Stop this." "Resign," I said, "and undo your rules." "Never," she sneered. "My husband golfs with the mayor. I've got 70 neighbors and your video." She paled. That noon, cops searched my home. Vivian framed me with a stolen drill. "My cameras caught Ron planting it." "Check that," I told officers. They saw. Her smirk faded. The HOA meeting was electric. 80 residents crammed in. I showed the footage and Tom's records. Vivian's family bought foreclosed homes after hefty fines. Mike announced warrants. She screamed as cops cuffed her and Ron. Fraud, harassment charges. The board axed the policy and her reign. 3 months later, Vivian got 5 years. We recovered funds. New bylaws and a watch program rebuilt trust. A year on, we celebrated, garages shut, community open. Vivian's house sold to a new family. "Welcome them," I told Lisa. "Peace won, hard-earned in ours."